Hey y'all, I'm doing this video and it kind of made me teary-eyed or whatever. Um I have a picture in my living room. It just struck my soul because that's when I started, I started fighting for my rights and my freedom and stuff. And I seen a picture of Ida Wells. I didn't even know who she was. It was just a basically a picture of her, and I like the phrase that it said, and I'm gonna show y'all the phrase. So I'm gonna do some research on Ida Wells for y'all too, and show y'all. So Ida Wells, she was real. So let me cut my light on. And this inspired me because some people, they make me feel like I shouldn't keep going, or shouldn't keep doing what I'm doing, but God is telling me to keep going. So this is the picture of Ida Wells. I hope y'all can see it. That's her right there. It says, "The way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon them." Ida B. Wells. And whenever I seen that picture, I got it because, you know what I'm saying, it's been a lot of times in my life where people, they try to hide in darkness. They try to do things and hide their stones in darkness. But when I expose light, I noticed they just fleed. They just fleed. They couldn't even face me no more. So I'm gonna show y'all Ida Wells. I'm gonna give more support to my black women when it comes to my channel, because we need that. We need that. We need that strength. So y'all just pay attention to this Ida Wells documentary, or background that I'm about to do, documentary. And I appreciate y'all for viewing. But my black women, my black men, my people, all people all over the world, keep going, keep going, keep going. If Ida Wells could do it in the 1800s, we could do it now. I appreciate y'all for viewing.
Ida Wells took the stage in New York City's Lyric Hall. She came to describe the horrors that were unfolding in her hometown of Memphis, Tennessee. She was in New York because she was in exile. Earlier that year, the leading businessmen of Memphis had assembled at the Cotton Exchange building. They were angry over a story that Ida Wells had printed in her newspaper, The Free Speech. The men began to plot lynchings, and their main target was Wells. She escaped that murder, and she lived to tell the world what was happening down south.
Coming up,
she was the ultimate agitator and feared because of it.
As racial terror reigned over the South,
there were close to 200 lynchings in Tennessee alone.
A young African-American woman struck back with her pen.
She was writing not just to inform, but to shame. She says, "I'm going to challenge you on this threadbare lie that African-American men are lynched because they rape white women."
She fled to Chicago, where she emerged as a radical black leader.
There was never a time when Ida B. Wells was not getting pushback, especially so in Chicago.
And became an inspiration to a new generation.
Black Lives Matter is addressing the same issues that Ida B. Wells took up in the 1880s and 90s.
Wow.
Ida B. Wells. Next on Chicago Stories.
My family is from Chicago. I think that's why I have a heart to do these stories about Chicago. I didn't even know she was from Chicago. But God to raise your awareness.
Lead support for
where you need to be aware of that.
A Chicago Stories special is provided by the Nagani Foundation. Additional support is provided by Jim and Kay Mabey, Strategic Growth and Transformation Partners, and by the following donors.
It seemed the entire world had come to Chicago in the summer of 1893. Most were so captivated by what they saw at the World's Fair, they were oblivious to what was missing. For one visitor, a 31-year-old African-American woman from Mississippi, the omission was glaring.
The fair itself was a monument to extravagance, building after building constructed to display to the world how far America had advanced.
Ida B. Wells had come to Chicago to point out what the fair's organizers had ignored.
She was angry about the exclusion of the African American story, especially the progress that African Americans had made.
Post-slavery, African Americans started doing a lot of phenomenal things. They were elected to Congress. They were elected to public offices locally. They became doctors and business people.
But the signs of black culture Ida B. Wells found at the fair were mostly along the midway, and they represented stereotypes, not progress. Nancy
Like
Green,
it does now. I did a video about that earlier, how the media portrays things.
Favorite, playing the role of a Southern mammy to promote a new pancake mix. Non-white nations were presented as savages or even sideshow acts. The slight was all the more appalling to Ida because she herself was a testament to the strides made by slavery survivors. Since her emancipation, she had become a widely published journalist.
So I'm gonna just stop there,
like,
y'all.
let's show the world what a great country we are.
Ida Wells, she was the truth. You know, basically she fought for our people. You know, she was born in the 1800s. Like they said that she did things that Black Lives Matter is doing now, or she tried to. So you know, she opened a lot of doors and stuff. You know, and I just want y'all to keep women like this in mind because they helped pave the way for where we are today. You know. Appreciate y'all for viewing.